Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I'm JT O'Sullivan. Today, we're looking at Jimmy Garoppolo. Fourth quarter, implosion, all sorts of terrible 49er organization, Kyle Shanahan, play calling, so many bad things all rolled up into one. It was tough to make, so hopefully it's not as tough to watch, but there are definitely elements that are not fun as 49er fans or fans of good football. So we're diving into it every single play from the fourth quarter. Lock in, strap up, get ready for it. Let's dive into the film. Welcome to the QB School. All right, if you love this kind of content and you haven't already, please think about subscribing to the channel, hit the bell, get the notifications when we go live, when we put out new content. I really appreciate the support. In addition, want to get nuts, join, get the memberships, the badge, the emojis, all the good stuff. Again, thank you for the support. Let's dive into the video. All right, what does the film say here? A 10-point lead, fourth quarter, 12 minutes-ish left. 49ers got the ball, doing what they do, running power right down your throat. Can't stop it. Why would you call anything else? Get the run game going. We see a motion over, and they're just running old school power. Love it. Probably get a better block at a use check here. Don't say that very often. Head goes low, submarine. 59 is able to come off, make the tackle. But again, this is just straight up power. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this. Get a tray block on 55. Big time movement. Nice job by the puller coming around, finding the mic. There it is. Big run. So we are moving the chains. 2nd and 4. Motion to a 3-by-1. We're going to throw it to Kittle here on a little slant, little play action, big play action. Fake the around, fake the wide zone. And I mean, it's not that I dislike the call because it works, but it's the execution of it. He's wide open. Garoppolo throws like he's trying to throw someone out at second. That thing's down around second base. Comes out sideways, and for whatever reason just doesn't look as comfortable throwing. This thing is wide open. I like the aggressiveness. It's wide open. It's a good call. Blocked up. Look at that window to throw. Holy moly. Step into it and rip it. Instead, he kind of pulls the string on it. Thing dies on him, and really fortunate. More than anything else, you're fortunate that that's not an incompletion. Use the promo code TheQBSchool at SeatGeek. Get $20 off your first purchase. Whoa. All right, first down. Okay, you threw it. You got him off. Now everybody knows you're going to run it. We got to run it. Keep running it. Shift. Power again to the left. This time we lose the force defender. What I mean by that is the wide receiver down here at the bottom has to block the number 4. So right here, he's got to block the number 4, which I'm pretty sure is right here. He needs to take an angle to get in here and get him. Now, normally when you see teams run power, they run power with the tight end on the line of scrimmage and the wide receiver off, and they call it can motion, where you can come in if that number 4 is inside of you to give you a little bit better angle. Again, you see the 49ers do this shift with the tight end often. One of the drawbacks is this right here. If we're talking pure scheme, you're not able to go in there and get the number 4. Actually, pretty sure that the guy who he ends up trying to block is the guard, the pulling guard. We'll see it from the back end here. I'm pretty sure the guard should be able to get all the way around for this backer, and the wide receiver has the number 4. So it's either right here or right here. Linebacker ends up shooting it, not as clean as they want it to, but still running it down your throat. Power. Got wide receivers in there trying to get linebackers. Use check, things getting chippy. Again, you're up 10. First down, power, exactly where the 49ers want to be. Again, nice tray and what I mean by tray is we're doing double team right here. These two, Staley, Kittle, double teaming all the way back here. We're trying to pull around for 49. For whatever reason, the pulling guard doesn't get around to him. He's able to shoot the gap, make the play. But again, watch that double team. There it is. Big move. Kick out. That pulling guard is just so tight to the double team. He's almost got like his eyes closed. Runs right by 49. 2nd and 9. 10 minutes. Clock is running. All sorts of good. Come back. Run it again. Nope. Now let's do a play action. This is now second time doing play action on 2nd down. On a drive where you're really trying to crush the clock. You have a protection air. We'll see it from the back end. Got a mic running through the A gap. trying to get fancy with these play actions. It's not there. Fortunate to even get the ball off. Really lucky this isn't a pick. Tipped up, high over the middle. Again, you could easily make the argument that you'd love to flip it out to the bubble up top, but he doesn't have time to get through his read. You got someone running through the A gap. The first rule of pass pro on just about every team is not to have free runners through the A and the B gap. Again, I don't like the call. Now, it'd be great if it works, and then it's a great call. But 53 here running through. It looks like the center and the left guard are going to 54. We get that split flow action. This is playing quarterback. This is being a play caller in the NFL at the highest levels. He's running through this gap right here. The play action element of it looks like these two are working all the way to 54. That means that the split flow player, the tight end Kittle, which if you're going to throw the ball, I probably want him in the route, first of all, as if we're talking pure scheme choices. But if we're going to go split flow, bring him across, he needs to probably pick through, and without knowing the exact rules of this protection, he probably has any run through. For whatever reason, he skymails across, these two working back this way, and we get a free runner right through the A gap. And anybody who's trying to throw the ball down the field, you get a flash of color coming right at you. You're really fortunate that this thing didn't turn into a worse play. But that's design. That's execution. You're also taking an L at right guard. Whew. You got all sorts of bad. Just run the ball. This is why 49er fans are and should be mad. If you're going to call it, you got to dial up something you can execute. Don't love Kittle in the backfield pass protecting. Don't love free runners through the A gap. Don't love balls high over the middle. Lots of bad. So now it's 3rd and 9. The clock is stopped just inside 10 minutes. Okay, now you're going to obviously have to throw it again if you're really going to try to get a first down. So now it's 3rd and long, and we're going to throw it. Trying to get the first down. False start. Joe Staley. Brutal. 3rd and 9. Nothing easy about that in the NFL, in the Super Bowl. 3rd and 14, unless you're Patrick Mahomes, brutal. Looks like Joe and the back, actually. Go from a really difficult down and distance to a borderline impossible down and distance, unless you're Patrick Mahomes. Now it's 3rd and 14. Now we're going to shift in. Again, from the tight end going out, I shouldn't say it's a variation of zone because it looks like it's man. But again, I don't love Kittle in the backfield blocking. I got to have it passed down. Want him out, threatening the defense. He's in there for extra pass protection. All right, we're going to take a shot down the field. We have a cave in on the right side. Looks like we got a corner down here with 2 ends. I don't have a problem. I mean, the concept is going to give you an opportunity to throw 3 first down. For whatever reason, he gets flushed. I think if he were to just settle and maybe go to the right, he probably has that in up top just from the scheme element of it. So we're on the same page with the scheme. You're going to come up and run a 7, a circus, whatever. This way, you're going to come up, run it 1 in, and then you're going to come up and run a deeper in right behind it. And usually the read is just right across the board. 1, 2, 3. 3 is probably right there. Again, the reason it's right there is because this 2 comes up and gathers this inside player. So if you can just shuffle and let it go down that alley, you got a chance. I get it, though, not taking a chance here. Get out and run. All right, if you're going to get out and run, get out and get down. Get out and get down. Keep the clock running. Don't run out of bounds. Now, is that a penalty? We'll see it from the back end. It's really, really close. And the 49ers have every reason to be upset about this. In addition, it sure looked like he's getting off the line of scrimmage fast, that left defensive tackle. I mean, the ball's not moving, and he's moving. Now, does he cross the line? Yeah, I mean, geez, that is close. Sure looks like he's probably in the neutral zone. That's a miss. That causes Garoppolo to come out to the right. Now your quarterback gets bench pressed into the Gatorade. He gets engaged in the field. So when I was watching this game, I wanted him to slide to keep the clock moving. If you're going to get out of bounds, you got to get out of bounds, especially coming from a guy who got hurt on the boundary. Now, I know it was hurt non-contact, but the boundary is a dangerous spot if you play tackle football. He gets hit inbounds. It's borderline. It's a bad decision by the defensive back. But that's not a penalty. He gets hit inbounds. He's a runner when he leaves the pocket. They should be upset. It's close. I wouldn't have been surprised if it was called, but it wasn't called, and a lot of penalties weren't called in this Super Bowl. You got to recognize the pattern. Things aren't going to be called in these type of games. Everybody knows that. Now we're punting. So we will go from being up by 10, having a chance to get a great second down, to have an incompletion, third down, penalty. Quarterback gets ejected out of the club into the Gatorade, and now we're punting. Still up 10, but not for long. We got Patrick Mahomes and company coming right down at us. Can't stop them. Converting probably the play of the year on a 3rd and 15 and getting in the end zone really quick. So now it's 2017. 6 minutes left. Still a great position to be in. Got the lead, 4th quarter. 6 minutes left. We're just running wide zone. See it from the back end. I think Joe Staley probably misses a block, but that's still a great first down play. 6 yards, running the ball, clock's running. Just wide zone to the left. This is not an RPO, it doesn't look like. He tries to make it look like an RPO. Love to see Big Joe right here, the left tackle, get on his track. Nobody's there. Come back, get 54, engage him right there. Either way, still enough to get vertical, good, excellent starting play for a drive. 2nd and 4. Now we come back. Now we're trying to get cute. Again, second down was the absolute black hole for the San Francisco 49ers in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. Come back. Now we're trying to be the Chiefs with this crazy orbit motion. Come around. This is not an RPO. This is a straight quick game pass. I like the, I'm aggressive. I like that call. I don't necessarily love the route with Kittle's doing where he's like fake run blocking, almost like a fake screen. That's really what they're trying to fake here. Fake bubble here. It's there, but it's not there when the defensive lineman gets his paws up and knocks it down, especially when he's getting triple teamed. And people who watch this channel will know that batted down balls are a combination of scheme, execution, play calling, and offensive line play. For me, this is a full slide. We're sliding to the right as the offensive line, back's coming across to block the other side. We got a triple team on 95. Legit triple team. He ends up blocking it. Right there, someone needs to get their hands in 95's ribs. 3 people on him, batting the ball is unacceptable. It is. There's no way around it. You got to create some violence in his midsection and get his hands down. He gets it with 2 hands. It's ridiculous. Go back to this play because this play really, encapsulates all the issues that the 49ers had in this drive. So they're trying to do stuff. This to me is a Chiefs-ish play. What I mean by that is motioning around, come back out, and they're faking bubble right here. These guys are coming off, kind of slow, coming in here. Basically 2 slants. Now, it's there, right here. It is there. But why? Why not just run the ball? The downside here is too great. It's there. It is there. You schemed them, but they executed better. 1 player made the play, getting triple teamed. So now instead of the clock running, the clock stopped. Now it's 3rd down. Quarterback's not feeling great. Just got a ball batted down. Now it's 3rd and 5. Up 3. 5 minutes left in the Super Bowl. Clock's not running. Motion across, 3-by-1. And this is the play that really gets me. I mean, there's a handful of them in the 4th quarter, but this is it for me. This is short post to Kittle. It's wide open. You got to throw it. You have to throw it. There's no way around it. The variation that they're running here, this is short post to Kittle. He is the number 1 read. Comes out, runs a short post. Now, the whole play is they run this basically like a little drive route, shallow, to clear it out. Up top, this is oftentimes a corner, but right here it looks like they run almost like a corner stop, which is a good zone play. Then they come back and run this little shallow, takes the place and replaces this route coming through. There's nobody right here in this area. It's an excellent 3rd down call. Every team runs a variation of this. 1, 2, 3, throw it. Man to man, it's going to be wide open in there. They're bringing 5 and really 6 with an add-on with a green dog. They're bringing 5. You get 6 with a green dog. It's going to be wide open in the middle of the field. You have to throw that ball to Kittle. This is all on the quarterback. There's no way around it. 1, 2, 3, put it on him. You do not want to hang on a 7 stop, which I think is a 7 stop by the wide receiver on the top, and that's just a corner stop. It's a zone play. Honey Badger's all over that thing. It's not going to be there even if he tries to get it in. This to me is why, is one of the main reasons that I think Jimmy Garoppolo has a lot to answer for in this quarter. Now, is it all on him? Absolutely not. But Kittle is open, throwing it to your best player. Now, again, we get green dogged. What does that mean? Watch 56. The center and right guard are solid protection. What I mean by that is they're going to the mic. This is not a slide. These two are going right here to right here. We've got right here, the back, right here. Well, this guy has the back. So once the back steps up to block, he adds in. The center has to see it. So watch the center, watch these two working together. Comes across to the opposite A, the center's got to be able to see it, take the hit off. You just can't have your quarterback get hit like this. Now, the reason he gets hit is because he didn't throw it to the guy he's supposed to throw it to. But that's as clean a look as you can get. You see Kittle coming across the bottom of the screen. He's wide open. 3rd down. Potentially win the Super Bowl. But there it is. It's not complicated. It really isn't. For whatever reason, he was either hanging on the 7 stop, confused, couldn't see it, any excuse you want to think of. Now we're punting. The clock didn't move at all. Still got 5 minutes left. So now we went from having a 10-point lead to being down 4. There it is. Now we're down 4. Now we still have all sorts of time. And I'm saying we, the royal we here, San Francisco 49ers, 2:40 left. Timeouts. All sorts of timeouts. 85 yards. Yes, please. To win the Super Bowl. Gotta love it as a quarterback. RPO. Wide zone up top. 2 slants at the bottom. We're reading the Honey Badger coming down from the heavens. You don't know if it's a space area read, whether it's this area or 3rd level. He comes down. Hand it off. There's nobody there. Hand it off. Either way, great first down play. Again, and they're running it to do it. That's the thing I think is so infuriating for so many 49er fans. And it should be. That's a massive first down play in a 2-minute to win the Super Bowl situation. You should, that's why they ask, can you do it all the way down the field? That's just an RPO, taking advantage of space, angles, excellent play call to get the drive going. Now, for me, I would love to come back and throw a screen. Get a screen in here. And I know it's easy, looking back to be able to say, let's screen them, do something to move them, keep them going. But again, now we get a false start. Wide receiver down here at the bottom of the screen. Whoop, false start, penalty. Now that's another penalty. Back-to-back drives. Drive killers. Absolutely brutal. Especially for that, with a shift. Like right there, you got to be able to get set with a shift. There's no excuse from the perimeter player to take a penalty like that. Either way, we got one more play before the 2-minute. So everything's up. We can run it. We can stay in bounds. Anything we want to do. Still got 2 minutes. Just come out, flick a flat. Don't go out of bounds. Get as much as you can. Violent on the boundary. Get out of bounds. Get it to one of your best players. Great. Get half of it back. Pass protection, for the most part, solid. Get the ball out of your hands. Great. Love the aggressiveness on the boundary. So now we're at the 2-minute. Got 2 minutes left. 2nd and 7. Down 4. Ball in the 35. Every player on the field has gone through this drill in practice before. Come out. 3-by-1. To me, this is stick nod. I'm going to guess, and this is just me guessing, right? I don't know that for sure. I'm going to almost guarantee that my man down here runs the wrong route. He normally has a vertical on this play. Stick nod. He's going to come out, run the stick, which is a short out, up into the seam. This is often tagged with a loop or kind of whip, whatever you want to call it. And really, it's 1 to 2. Because if this guy carries the stick nod, this area of the field pops open for the loop. And you have a one-on-one on the backside. For whatever reason, he runs a shallow at the bottom of the screen, which I think causes Garoppolo to kind of be confused that there's someone in that space that for the looper. Then they were able to just play a little recess, do a nice job adjusting. But to me, that's a mental error. You don't run a shallow with a looper right there. People are stacked over each other. I'm going to guarantee had a blown assignment there. Either way, great job. You go from second, 7, mental error, could be a disaster, to not panicking, being smooth in the pocket, making a play from the pocket. Really nice job. No to the stick nod, no to the loop. Oh no, what's that? Wide open, get out of bounds. Perfect. Really more than perfect. Now we're at the 50. Got almost 109 seconds left to go 49 yards. 3-by-1. We're getting some bracket coverage now. We got another mental mistake. Up top, the 2 wide receivers. Both these guys are not running loops or whips or whatever you want to call it. Right here, we got both guys running the same route. Coming out, running this. Coming out, running this right next to each other. I'm telling you, it doesn't happen in any offense. So it looks like what they're trying to do here is work an in or a basic route back down to one of these loopers. And really, it's the same concept, where if this is taken away, it should be open underneath. But not when they have 2 guys stacked over the top of each other. And you got 2 guys making mental errors, back-to-back plays to win the Super Bowl. Again, it's pretty easy to see. You can't have these type of mistakes and be successful. Also, we got wide receivers moving their feet around. That's an illegal procedure by the number 2 up top. Doesn't get called. Wrong routes. Batted down passes. Lots of bad happening all at once. So it's not all on Garoppolo. Yes, does he have some plays? Absolutely. And you're the quarterback, you got to answer for it. But again, 95, big pause, double team. Come on, fellas, you got to get in his ribs. You can't let him have his hands free staring at the quarterback. Defensive tackles are not going to get home very often. You cannot allow them to have their hands up. You just can't to be a good passing team. Really frustrating to play quarterback in situations like that where you're getting multiple balls batted down in a fourth quarter of a Super Bowl, in a quarter of any game. Come back again, 2-by-2 now. This call just killed me from a play caller standpoint. We're just going to call Lion. 200 jet Lion. This is what this is, West Coast world. 1-step slants inside, 3-step slants outside. Press man versus bracket. This is bracket, line. You couldn't have, in my opinion, you could not have a worse call. You could do something really silly, run it. But right here, 1-step slant by the inside guys, 3-step slants. Well, what's happening here is we got outside leverage, bracket, inside leverage. Outside leverage, inside leverage, bracket on the number 2s. Where are you supposed to go with the ball? This play is often run with one side being lion, and lion is the 2 slants. So one side being slant dart and the other side being slant flat or slant flat wheel to give yourself a chance versus these type of man bracket concepts. Love to get a wheel going right here. Love to get a double move going. Instead, they're fortunate not to get picked. For whatever reason, I think the timing is a bit late for me too. I don't understand the hop with Jimmy Garoppolo from gun. These are 1-step throws, not 1-step hop shuffles. It's a little late and really borderline should be picked. But this is a concept, play call, all sorts of bad. Conservative, late, down the middle, fortunate not to be a worse situation than just an incompletion. 3rd and 10, 100 seconds left, down 4 in the Super Bowl at the 50. You got to like your chances. You just have to if you're an offense. You got 2 downs to get 10 yards. And this is the throw that will just eat 49er fans for a long time. Post, got it. Same type of variation bracket coverage. This is you throwing a post versus 2-on-1, but really it's versus coverage 0. There's nobody in the middle of the field. So we're going to get this post, and there's going to be nobody in the middle of the field. For me, as a coach, as a player, you can't overthrow this ball. You cannot. You have, if anything, underthrow it and give yourself a chance to have a penalty. Put it on them to make a penalty. You can't just throw a foul ball. You can't get paid that kind of money and miss that throw. You just can't. It's unfortunate. There's no nice way to say it, but this throw is for the Super Bowl. You hit this, you're the hero. Now, granted, they probably come back and at least send it into overtime. But that's the throw. No way around it. That's the throw that's going to define him, define this offense for a while. Now, it's worth watching it again, just from the standpoint of understanding exactly what's going on here. You got a chance on 3rd and 10 to take a shot. They've been bracketing you the last few downs. Call it. Give yourself a chance to go get that dub and skymail that thing by 5 yards. You got to be able to find a way to give your guy a chance throwing it down the field. You just have to. And when you don't, it feels like that. It really sucks the life out of an organization. And it's unfortunate. There's no other way to say it. There's no nice way to say it. You have to give your guy a chance. Not even close. That stinks, man. Just a chance to win a Super Bowl. Now 4th and 10. Again, the other part that I didn't love about that last play, Kittle was in the backfield blocking. He's in the backfield blocking again. I get it that you want 7-man protection, but to me, you want your best players out there running routes. You don't need them pass protecting. Now right here, Kittle's obviously wide open on a check down. You're never going to get to this. I will say that I love this design of this play. If one thing would have changed, it's 4th and 10. They're going to be settling on these sticks. You're getting bracketed all day on these gotta-have-it pass downs. You're getting bracketed on the outside wide receivers. That means that there's one-on-one right here and right here. This is the one-on-one. So he comes up, and instead of running what everybody runs, a turnaround at the sticks, here's the sticks up here. Don't go to the sticks and turn around. Run up to the sticks, settle your feet, and explode down the field. Take another shot. That's the aggressive call. That's the creativity. That's the innovation. Now watch it if it happens. Now granted, I understand. I got a clicker. Don't lose your mind in the comments. There it is. He goes out to the corner, which I like. It's not the same as just sitting down there at the sticks. But if he were to go vertical, ooh, he turns out, goes into the bracket. So it's tough. 4th down. They get home. Scramble mode. You've already basically taken the L at this point. Nothing easy, about watching this type of film from a 49ers fan perspective. I think it is nice for the Chiefs to be able to know they, keep fighting right here, get a little stunt, watch the little game, TE all the way around, gets home, Garoppolo, keep fighting. Love seeing that from a quarterback, all those things. But again, they had their chance, and that's really the truth. And then finally, you're down 11 points, come back right here, got 2 plays, and really it's over at this point. I'm going to come back. If anything, I think this shows kind of just a little bit of a lack of awareness. And again, nice pocket movement right there. You got to get the ball out of your hands. You got to run. Can't take that. Borderline strip sack. I know it's incompletion. But again, there's a lot that I'm still a big fan of Jimmy Garoppolo. People are trying to dump his contract already. I don't think that's the answer by any means. Right there, beautiful little pocket. And then you got to find a way to throw it or run it. People coming behind you. There it is. At this point, it's a wrap. We got one more where we throw a pick, but you have to try to get a chunk play right here down the field. And for whatever reason, this is the way he decided to do it. Now, obviously, you could come out, throw a hitch up top, throw the check down here, but at some point, you have to take a shot. Give your guy a chance, and that's what he does. It just doesn't work out for him.